Here we go, game number 2 of Group D of the TWCL number 2, a tournament for $3,000. It is the legend. It is Moon in the yellow trunk, starting in the bottom right. And his opponent today is the guy that brought the Blood Mage back into the meta game of Warcraft after, I don't know, 7 years of disappearance or whatever it is. It's Mr. Reprisal, the former king of arm wrestling in the Warcraft scenes until Remo beat him in Yinchuan. So now our caster is the king of arm wrestling. If you want to see the videos, they're up on our YouTube. Yeah, just two guys fighting it out in the lunch area of the WCA Grand Final in 2015. This is the game I've been looking forward to since I saw the announcement of this tournament. This is a styles clash. This is old school versus young blood again. These are two masters of Warcraft.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it. Last week we casted the other group and we were already cheering forward or looking forward to this group. Moon against Reprisal. The clash of the titans, most likely. But it also, I hope it lives up to the hype that we are expecting from that game. Because sometimes we see Moon a little bit shaky, a little bit off his play. Also, Reprisal, we don't hear anything in terms of practice or anything like that. Like, no crazy NetEase ladder account or something that we are aware of. So I hope it really lives up to that, but I'm expecting some great moves, some great gameplays, great strategies.
So we see Reprisal with the Phoenix tag. I haven't seen him wearing that. Of course, Phoenix, the old school clan that, for example, Remind was playing a lot in. So far I thought that Reprisal is more like the lonely wolf of Korean Warcraft, but maybe he made some friends at WCA. The picture of him in the upper right is him with Focus together, so I guess he bonded a bit.
Yeah, on the other hand, it's like a sponsoring deal where you actually play in this PC bang where you can play for free. So I guess just by getting that name tag, you can play there for free. Why wouldn't you do that?
Really, is that so? I thought it was just a
Yeah,
group of friends.
I think it's a PC bang where they all gather up, and
Okay.
since they're all living close by, but I can be mistaken, but I guess it's still that. But he's going for the early, super early expansion here. Usually you go for the close orange spot to your main base, but Reprisal is not losing any time. He's going for that expo right away.
And here comes the
Oh,
Demon Hunter.
he's sending them back.
What?
He's actually sending the workers back, so he's not going for an expansion. He will rather play his rifleman strat. The sheep block!
Well, maybe he's just sending them away because of the Demon Hunter, so you don't want to lose so many peasants. And feeding the Demon Hunter, I don't really know if he had Mana Burn or Immolation. Did you see that?
Still, we see one Wisp being killed by the Footman Harris here, which is kind of good, but now the Footman is going to kill, or try to kill the Tree of Life, which is not the perfect thing. No tech yet, he got plenty of resources, 300 gold, 600 gold, 300 wood, not teching yet, not sure what Moon is actually trying to do with these resources. Yeah, this is what I said, like looking a little bit shaky, not doing all too much right now. 800 gold, not doing shit. Walk TV buck.
Here's the tag now of Moon. I think he only has one archer, if I saw that correctly.
Going to pull the creeps right now and then get the mercenaries from the mercenary camp.
Okay, so, of course, the troll priest for dispel and healing. Oh, he's doing that at 2 positions at the same time. So most likely 4 new mercenaries for Moon. Oh no, he's not getting that shadow priest. Only the berserker. What's he doing here? This is sloppy.
Okay. He's getting both of the berserkers, no priests. So this is the reason why he was gathering up resources earlier, but I think he could have tagged way earlier.
Yeah.
So Reprisal level 2, Boots of Speed earlier on, a great thing to have. On the other side, we have 5 footmen in total. Archmage being mana burned over and over again. Demon Hunter level 2 already. There is evasion. He's trying to focus that hero, but it's not the perfect choice here in this case. Going for the Berserker right now. It's taking some time to kill that one. Is there a surround on the Demon Hunter possible?
Oh, that was close. But yeah, he gets out alive and the footman will die. Oh, no, yeah, okay. He got it with the Engine of War. Actually, once again, another mistake by Moon, but the 2 Berserkers still alive. No defense for... Okay, now there's defense for Reprisal. That makes the Berserkers a lot weaker. So I don't actually know what he wants to accomplish with them.
I don't know what Reprisal's plan is. He got defense, he got plenty of footmen. Now he's hitting tier 2 right now. I guess he's going into the middle to get the Naga out, trying to dodge a few of these axes being thrown by the Force Troll Berserkers with the defense. But on the other hand, it's quite an investment to get the defense. If you don't have a strategy that follows that up, and then I don't really know if this is all that good. Demon Hunter dropping fairly low, Ancient of War in position to creep that orange spot in front of his main base, and now there's the Naga for the human player, and he's trying to put some more pressure on his opponent. Maybe he's going to go for the red spot with the defense, or he's just sneaking inside that main base to try and kill the tier 2 buildings.
Everything is possible here. We don't see a blacksmith just yet. We don't see a lumber mill. So no tower push, no rifle push. But I don't think he can go double Arcane Sanctum Workshop without an expansion. So Reprisal somehow, I don't know. What
Actually, you can do that, but it's not very strong.
Well, yeah, of course. It takes a lot more time. Finally, the one Berserker goes down, thanks to the defense and the damage output of the Water Elementals and Archmage. The Naga didn't accomplish too much just yet. Here's double Arcane Sanctum and the Blacksmith a little later. So, yeah, you're actually right. He is going for that.
Yeah, maybe this is also a strategy that I like to play a lot, but I play it with a Mountain King second, and then I follow it up with an expansion and Ivory Towers.
Okay.
So I go dual Sanctum to get like one priest and one sorceress out at the same time, so that you can basically slow down the hero and kill a lot of units. And on the other time, you get these towers to actually draw the attention to the towers instead of the expansion or the units. But right now, this looks like something different.
Okay, Moon also going for the Naga here. One of the hardest hitting units or heroes in the game with their right clicks, of course, attached with the orb of the frost orbs. So, Blacksmith is finished. Is he going for Rifleman just for support or not? No, he's relying on that casters. So maybe you're right. Maybe he's following the yAwS plan. At the same time, we don't see something out of the ordinary for Moon. I bet he's going for Dryads first and then Bears, obviously. Only level 2.5 for his Demon Hunter. Reprisal kept him pretty busy in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, he doesn't have an Arcane Vault yet, the human player, so he's not able to get any breakers out or just heal up in his main base. There are still 2 or 3 footmen super injured in that main base, and he's going for that strategy with the 2 Sancts and the workshop on top of things. This is super costly, super expensive to actually get that in place. And it's not a strategy that is actually designed by me. This is more like the strategy that Todd liked to play a while ago, or not a while ago, it's like a huge while ago, but he was one of the guys that actually tried this without an expansion. He just went for dual Sancts and then with the workshop then tried to finish off his opponent whenever he could. Now the red spot is being pulled, but the Knight of Player is in range to actually creep jack him there. Going to finish off the orange spot, and with the high ground vision, he actually sees him where the red player, the human, Reprisal, doesn't know if his opponent is up that hill. So it's kind of a bad spot for him to be caught in.
Alright. So casters are coming in, a little scout going on in Moon's base, but 47 food for Reprisal and Moon with 41, just waiting of course for the bears to be able to attack the human. He got the first heal scroll, got the first Invu potion, not the worst things to have, and an Invis potion as well, going for that Warlord. Will he be able to steal it? He needs some decent timing on that one.
He definitely gets the item.
That's
100% sure that he gets the item.
Well, the item is for sure, but will he get the experience as well? He's not clicking on the hero. I don't know why.
Dude.
But it looks like it went to the Archmage, right?
What went to the experience?
Yeah.
Yeah, because whenever he hits it, he gets out of that invis. You don't stay invis when you hit it. And since he's still invis, he didn't hit it at all.
True. Absolutely logic.
Would have also been a sloppy move to do it, because then you have to use the town portal.
True. Yeah, I'm being stupid here, of course. That's why you're here for, to correct me in this. But he got the Health Stone, one of the coolest items that he can find there. Maybe even the best. And now he's continuing to creep. Both players are doing the same spots here. Of course, solo creeping the Naga will do him...
Oh, no.
Oh, he gets this item as well. He's not scanning it. Oh, True Shot Aura! What a great pickup for Reprisal.
Yeah, definitely a great item, but it's not doing so much. It's basically on the other side we have the same item. Of course,
well, but you have Mortity.
it's a little bit better.
Well, you have mortar teams and water elementals, and that's
Yeah,
like
but to
plus.
be honest, I really think that auras in Warcraft, people giving a lot of credit to that auras, but it's actually not such a big deal.
Why is.
Maybe the guy who puts out that thread with the all the stats can actually put out a thread with all the auras. For example, Devotion aura that you can find is not that great.
That's
Vampiric
true.
aura, to be honest, is for most of the units it's also not that great.
Yeah, I
Even the
agree.
Thorns aura in Knight of Mirror is not such big of a deal.
That's true, but this is so much more damage, man. This is +5 on the mortar teams, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's like 2% increase of that army, or I don't know, maybe 5% damage increase.
Well, it's definitely 10% on the unit.
So let's see what's going on. Is he going to snipe the Moonwells here? He's doing the ground attack with all his mortar teams, and I'm not sure if he got a Town Hall still. He got one Town Hall, but he's just he's just staffing in here. Let's see what he can accomplish. He's just sniping all the Moonwells and the shop. This is really, really cool by Reprisal here, but this is on cost of a Town Portal. So
Yeah, but
I'm not so sure.
he keeps some supply stock for such a long time. He has to.
Now he has to hit hard.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a shop. He cannot get any breakers. I don't know why he's skipping that breakers.
Maybe he never wants an open fight and just town portal out. I don't know.
Let's see. He's getting 2 healing scrolls. He's getting a lot of units. There's a full Zeppelin. There's a full Zeppelin. He has to unload, but a lot of units. Oh, I thought they will all be hit by dizziness, but the Naga's dropping super low. She has to use the healing scroll, but she's not using it to stay alive. Maybe the right choice in this situation, but on the other side, losing that second hero and then the Archmage is being focused as well. This is looking horrible, and the Moon Micro is hitting hard.
Exactly, and now there's no breaker, so he can't really deal with the bears. Demon Hunter under focus needs to reposition himself a bit. Naga under pressure, but there is the Hellstone and the mana potion to get out alive. The Zeppelin goes down. No, it does not go down. Being portaled back, and Moon saves his army at 47 food. This was exactly the move that he needed to come back from this Moonwell attack that kept him stuck for, I don't know, still being stuck here at 47 food. But he needs to replenish his entire army. The Moonwells are all low. But yeah, the Naga is high level, level 3. And it's +7 damage on a mortar team. On a single mortar team. That's so crazy. But yeah.
But they have a huge range. I think they range from 45 to 90 damage. So the dice is rolling quite hard on that team.
Well, 45 is still good, I guess. If it's...
So let's see. I think without breakers, he cannot win that fight. I don't know how he runs to win that fight without any breakers. The Naga is still missing. His units are caught out of position. Of course, the Droids have to be careful against all the mortar teams. But on the other hand, he is able to slow everything and kite. Now there is even the Invis upgrade for the Sorceress to keep units alive. Is he able to stay in that fight and even kill some of that bears? We see even Dispel going down from the Priest on top of that bear. So he actually dispelled all that slow from his opponent. Now the militia's coming in as well as the Naga, and I think this is still a great fight for Reprisal. He's doing a good job with all of the units coming to that fight.
Yeah, he created so much time with that Moonwell kill that he's against 41 food now, and he can pick up that bear. No, staff from the Naga, who is level 4 and has the Wand of the Wind, so maybe disabling, I don't know, the Naga for a while or the mortar teams for a while might be a good thing.
Yeah,
So,
Moon is just too greedy. He's getting expansion on top of things. He thought this game will last a lot longer, but right now he's being hit hard, and there's still a healing scroll for the human player, I guess. He has to focus the heroes. He has to force some kind of a town hall or just kill them.
oh, mass attack on the bears. Naga in problems again. Heal scroll saves him. A lot of workers attached to that. Maybe some free XP for the Night Elf here. Oh my god, the Naga will profit so much from this if he kills that one. But of course he can't focus on them because in the back there's 5 mortar teams.
He really relies on that kiting. He wants to kite and then hit with the mortar teams. He even got 2 upgrades on them. But so far, I think Moon is still doing a good job. And now we see 3 Cyclones on all of these mortar teams. Nice dispel from the Priest here. The control from Reprisal so far is really splendid. But on the other side, he really has to keep his heroes alive. And if he only could kill these Dryads, all the dispel would have been gone and the kiting would have been even sicker. Now the Archmage in a little bit of a trouble. Mortar team being focused. Demon Hunter using that Invo Push. I think he just wanted to get rid of it so that the Archmage is not getting it. And Moon is still in trouble. He has to be careful. The Zeppelin is still alive. Maybe he should just load the units in and staff it out. Now he's just stepped out one bear. Not sure if this is the right call. And now he steps out the other hero and using the Staff of Teleportation on top of things. Wow. Such great micro for Moon there.
He is back at 50 food and he used that time to get this expo up. Maybe it wasn't a greedy move, maybe it was the move that saves him the game. But Reprisal is still on the move forward here. 43 food with so many mod teams. He's coming towards the main base. He's gonna crush some buildings here, but of course he's still lacking blockers. The bears can just walk through the entire army, but they're slowed and Reprisal trying to kite again. Here comes the Zeppelin trying to drop some Dryads into there. But
if he gets rid of the 2 or 3 remaining Dryads, now he sniped that. The dizziness hits here on the units. They barely move anymore. Now he should be able to get rid of these Dryads. Maybe this is the game-breaking move. The militias are coming once again. They're hitting. They're close to the tavern. They are about to approach that army. If he can keep that kiting up, he should be able to win that fight. If he stretches it out long enough, Invis being used on one of the mortar teams. The priest is caught a little bit out of position. He's saving it in the very last second with an Invis. Really, really nice stuff coming out of Reprisal here. He is standing strong. One mortar team dies. The last remaining bear is still standing strong. The mortar teams are all getting rid of the militias. What the fuck is going on in this game?
He's attacking his own units here, kinda, but getting another bear as well. Militia definitely not winning him the game here, but one bear is dying after another. The Tree of Life for Moon has finished, but he needs to creep that spot and then buy some time that it actually pays off, and I don't think he has that time. Everything is hurting here for Moon. He needs a Scroll of Healing. Oh, one bear down. Now the Scroll of Healing arrives just a tick too late. But how does he want to win that fight? We saw the Demon Hunter winning games, but he's only level 4, trying to get the heroes out. But actually Reprisal's tactics without any blockers is working. And look at the damage from the mortar teams. It's just insane. One volley killed some Moonwill.
Yeah, 6 mortar teams with 2 upgrades. I really cannot recommend this strategy to anyone out there. Don't play that strat. It's not supposed to work. If you are Reprisal, this guy is pulling it off once again. He got the crazy strategies and Moon is calling GG. What a game by Reprisal. Playing this crazy strat. I don't even want to call it a strategy because it lacks fundamentals, but it's still working.
Yeah, well, I think the key is kiting. And he did it perfectly. Absolutely perfectly.
Perfect execution. What a game, guys. What a game.
And we continue to show you some awesome Warcraft games here on this beautiful Thursday. Jack versus Jaizo was awesome, and now Reprisal pulling it off, showing us another outside-the-box thing that we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, definitely. On the other side, Mr. Idi Nachoy, who got a really nice name, my Russian brother, he got the statement that is really putting it all together. This AM is so bad, no Battle Fury, no Blink, Druid, no Radiance, 2K bracket confirmed. I guess we finally found out why he lost that game.
Nice analysis. Maybe we should give him a spot on our desk here to just sum up the games. By the way, we had a donation by Lucy fans. Thank you very much for $1.50. €1.50. And
just sick stuff. And Jaws knows nothing once again. I told you guys, first game of Jaiso, I said there's no chance winning with that Alchemist. He almost pulled it off. This game I said this is no strategy without breakers, and he's pulling off once again. Maybe you should just bet against me and you always end up right.
I think the aura made it work in the end.
Yeah, the aura. The aura is making it. But yeah, mortar teams at such high numbers, it's crazy. If you can kite like that, if you can establish the position, but I think it all comes down to sniping these 2 Moonwells and keeping him supply stuck on the unit that he got. This was unique. This was really, really cool.
I'd agree that was definitely the game that broke Moon's game and that gave Reprisal all the time in the world that he needed. The next map is going to be Secret Valley.
Yeah, Secret Valley, good map for human, to be honest. If you can establish the expansion, you got 2 shops to get the healing scrolls off.
That's a big if.
Yeah, of course. But if you can establish this early game, I think your transition into that mid stage is super easy. If you can pull that off. But if you struggle in the early game, is for example against the Warden, and then transition into Dryads and Glaive Throwers and stuff like that, we have seen it already. It's a close traveling distance between main bases and expansions for both of the players. Then you can actually hit that hard, but I think Reprise is one of the guys who is not going for an expansion most of the time, so he will rather stick to his rifleman, maybe pull off the same strat. I would rather like take another strategy than play the same over and over again.
Yeah, we saw some crazy shit from Reprisal, for example, Rifleman and then transitioning into mortar teams. That was kind of unique. That I think some players adapted to this, but well, let's see what he pulls off here. Of course, there's always the big potential of the Night Elf to crush the early expansion with an Immolation Demon Hunter, and I guess that's what we're gonna see here.
Yeah, most likely this is what we are going to see. So let's introduce the players on the top side of Secret Valley that we don't see, or that we actually right now see on the screen. Is Reprisal, the red human player, leading 1-0 in this series. It's a best of 3 still. On the other side, we have the legend Moon himself spawning at the bottom half of Secret Valley in the yellow color here. And the winner of this best of 3, not that Moon is already out, we could go to a third game here, but the winner of this game will face Czech in the game that is actually about the playoffs, where you get out of that group and enter the player of the rank of Remind and such.
Exactly. Remind, Focus, Lawlight, Minyuk, Lucifer, and Believe are already qualified for the quarterfinals, and this tournament today is about the final 2 slots in the quarter, and that means the prize pool ranks. Who wins this Group D, or who advanced to the quarterfinals, are $75 safe, and the opportunity to boost it into $1,500 for the tournament win. And so far, of course, looking good for Reprisal with the 1-0 here, but of course it is Moon. He will be able to turn games on series around with all the experience that he has. He came back in the midst of December, so a few months time now for him to get back in shape. Have you seen a lot of games of his recently, maybe on NetEase or whatever?
No, I haven't seen.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't seen anything in the last couple of weeks. I just casted a few games with you, and before that, I'm not really paying attention to the NetEase anymore, since it's basically not an option for me to play on that. But let's focus on that game here. Reprisal once again going for that super different kind of opening that nobody is using nowadays. He's going for the expansion creep right away with the malicious, and the Demon Hunter has to go over right away, so he's not getting the item for the Gnoll here. On the other side, he also has to pay close attention to that Ancient of War creeping. One militia died already. I like the split of the Water Elementals so that the Detonate cannot do all that much damage. The Augur should be killed by the human player, and he cannot get the Magi by now, but the Immolation is committed here. There's no mana burn, so the human player can concentrate on that Magi and get that item as well as the level 2. And I think on the other side, the Ancient of War killed one of the creeps with... he actually killed one of the creeps with the Ancient of War, but now finishing up with the Water Elemental here, finally level 2 for him as well.
So we have evasion for him, a lot more sustainability for the first hero of Moon. But yeah, that creeping went a lot better than the one of Jaizo we saw in the first series. So if he wants to expand now, I guess he could do it. Or will he go for the same strategy we saw in game 1? Yeah, he does. Teching to tier 2, maybe following it up with an Expo, or pulling off that kiting stuff again.
Yeah, so far he's going for super early tech, even though he went for this weird creeping pattern. But I think he's reminding me of Mio back in the days. He always got different creeping pattern that the general people pulled off, and this is something that Reprisal is confusing his opponents with. He's going for the crazy spots. He's going for some bigger spots with better item drops instead of the normal kind of pattern that everybody is going for. And I like how he's shaking up the game, how he's shaking up his opponent, how he's forcing him to react to his game. This is what he did all game long on the first map. He was forcing his opponent to react to his actions, and this is something that I really like to see from him.
That's true. So he knew since at least WCA that this is not going to work with expanding right away. So same thing on the first map. He sends the peasants back right after the creep, so there are no target for the Demon Hunter's Immolation, and now he's stuck with that area of effect spell and doesn't have the mana burn so far.
I guess he does. He got mana
On
burn
level
as
2?
well as Immolation.
Okay.
He's already level 2.
Okay, so he lacks evasion. That's a lot of
Yeah, especially against the
effectively
Rifleman
HP.
push, it's a lot of evasion that keeps your Demon Hunter alive for such a long time. So if you go for the Rifleman, I think it's a great tool to do. And he's going for the early Blacksmith, cutting on Footman production here already, I guess. So yeah, he's collecting some money, he's getting the Blacksmith, there's the Wisp close to the expansion, so whenever Reprisal is going for that, the Knight of Player is aware the Huntress is activating the fountain here so that the unit starts to hit the footman that wanted to regenerate, and now the Archmage is getting some more damage from that creep. So he has to be very, very careful there. Moon is keeping track of basically everything that's happening on the map, getting a few early hunters out, not keeping up with the archer production, and so far, so good. Nothing really happened that early, but still, I think Reprisal with that Boots of Speed and the Mana Pendant.
Yeah.
With the Mana Pendant, you also can go into the Mountain King, because then you have a bigger mana pool and the burn is not hitting you all that hard.
That's true. Great pick-off from the initial creep spot that he found there. So the Archmage still trying to get some HP, but Moon sends the Huntress after him. And so, okay, you don't rest at that fountain when I'm on my watch. So Claws of Attack for Moon here, and another Claws of Attack, plus 12 damage. This will be a great addition to that hero.
Yeah, all the units dropping fairly low. If Reprisal is now going for the main base of his opponent, he could hit him really, really hard. Demon Hunter is super close to level 3 already. There's one Huntress being hidden, so whenever he's going for that fountain, he actually sees the movement towards that fountain. So far, he's trying to go for that middle spot, getting the Sanctum inside his main base most likely. First Rifleman is out, second one should be there in no time. Panda for Moon here. And he should be able to get that item. Horrible, actually super horrible. It's even a big invo potion.
Yeah, the best item that he can get in the Breath of Fire hit the Footman really, really hard, but Reprisal immediately sent them back, but there's a Huntress on patrol. Can he get the pickoffs? Can he get the experience? Would be very, very nice for the Panda and Brewmaster, since it's not that easy on SV to get the level 3 here without losing time. But he... Ooh, can he get the town portal? Yes, he saves all the units, can heal them up, and don't feed the Panda.
Yeah, still no Arcane Vault. Really, he's skipping on that Arcane Vault. 135 gold. He doesn't think it's worth it. He rather gets the second attack upgrade for his Rifleman, even though he only got one Rifleman so far. But he got 2 attack upgrades already for these little guys. And he got the first priest that is about to come out of that Sanctum. We see Moon sticking to tier 2. He knows when he's heading into that super early tier 3, he might lose to that Rifleman push. But he stays a little longer on tier 2, he can actually overcome that push with Dryads, Huntresses and such.
Alright, we're waiting for the first big fight of this game. 41 food for Reprisal it is, and he has the Naga Sea Witch again as the second hero. No Mountain King. Demon Hunter is trying to pick up some creeps here to get closer to level 4 for evasion finally. And there we go, but at the same time, of course, the Archmage needs to recreep to level 3. We see the upgrade as you mentioned before, more priests are coming, and the Ogre Maggie is about to fall, giving that finally the item for the human player, which is... I don't know, maybe you're gonna sell it, so it was Scroll of the Beast or something. There's a shop for Moon, so his staff is coming, tier 3 tech on the way, you mentioned this before, so he is pretty vulnerable at the moment.
I don't think that you would sell a Scroll of the Beast, especially if you want to push your opponent. But it would have been most likely something like the Mana Abziehstab that he could definitely sell there. Maybe even the big mana potion that you don't really need against Dryads, since Water Elementus doesn't make any sense. And also, like, having a lot of mana on your Naga just keeps her dying from the Demon Hunter. So now the human player is about to hit that main base of his opponent. But you can see the Moonwells are completely full. Demon Hunter still got the Town Portal. He's waiting for the Panda to actually finish off the dragon, and then he's going to Town Portal into that. There's militia being called, but the militias are just starting to run there. I don't think that this is a great fight for the human player to take, especially inside the main base. Demon Hunter plus 21 damage as well as a big invo potion. It couldn't look any worse at this point.
Yeah, it's somewhere he found a claw plus 9. That is obviously pretty great. He doesn't even have the Orb of Venom yet, because Reprisal cancelled the shop, and so there's no staff, no Orb of Venom, no potions, no nothing. Maybe this will break his neck in the long run, but okay, now he's rebuilding it. 50 food for Moon, I think Reprisal... Oh no, I thought he broke the upkeep, but no, not yet. But this push is cancelled.
Yeah, on the other side, he forced a town portal. He was attacking that Moonwell. He's now getting defense for his units. Demon Hunter's still running around, trying to kill a few of these guys that are trying to retreat toward the main base. The Panda got a little bit more time to actually hit level 3. He's going for the little green spot. Should be enough to actually secure that level 3. Demon Hunter are going to kill one of the priests that are going to join the army, but he's not fast enough to join the armies here. And the Panda plus the Medal of Intelligence plus 6. This should be quite some damage.
Okay, master upgrade for the bears is coming, and then it gets dicey, but a lot of dryads, isn't it?
Yeah, you need that amount of Dryads, especially. Oh, and the priest completely out of position. A misplay here, dividing his forces into two groups. And you can see the other one is going the other way around that forest. So the priest got completely caught off guard by the Dryads. The Panda and the Huntresses got annihilated. And I think at this point, Reprisal kind of knows this game is pretty much over at this point.
Without healing, without Dispel, this is gonna be such a hard time. Here comes the Panda. And what did he buy? I don't really know. Scroll of Healing and Invo Potion is the only thing in the inventory for Reprisal. Mana Burn immediately. Demon Hunter is kinda weak, but now he gets health healed up at the Moonwell's Breath of Fire, hitting the casters hard, and now it's only right click. Scroll of Healing has to be used right away after like 2 seconds in the fight. And this is not looking good for Reprisal at all.
No, this is looking horrible for him. The amount of units that he got is way too low. He's using all the heal squad that he got. The Panda still got mana. With the Dryads focus as well as the Hunters that are still alive, he got enough like concave area to actually focus them down. There's still the level 1 Water Elemental, even though the Archmage is level 3. I don't really know how this is adding up. Maybe some miss skill or I don't know. Maybe he forgot about it, but on the other side, this is looking horrible. The militias are joining the fray here. No more casters, you said it. The priests are all gone. On the other side, we can see that close to the shop, there are a lot of units retreating. The Panda's dropping fairly low. He has to charge up at the Moonwells. There's one more Moonwell that he can actually take into consideration. Naga's still dropping low. There's still an Invo Potion on the same side. He's just hiding the Huntresses. Finally, the reveal. And the Dryads are all back to the fountain, healing up there. Having all time in the world.
Actually, Reprisal is kind of doing this well. So fighting.
Oh, if he just buys the mana potion and hits that with a few more Breath of Fires and gets the Dryads back from the fountain, he should be fine.
Okay. Here's another Breath of Fire, of course, level 2 by now, cutting the HP of the workers in half. But he's
he really skills level 2 Aura.
Okay.
On level 3 Archmage. Wow, that burn almost killing him.
Just about to say, this is revenge. Another Breath of Fire. Now it's time to pick up the pieces. Oh my god, it's a genocide that Moon is doing to Reprisal's army. Killing 3 workers at the same time. The Naga is low. And the Demon Hunter, of course, hitting so hard. Look at this. 4 hits and the Rifleman is gone with plus 26. And the Panda, booyah! Oh, Demon Hunter. No, that Breath of Fire was nice. He even has the Roar of the Maggie level 4 now. So I think his heroes alone could do the job.
Yeah, pretty much easiest cutting off his entire life at this point. There's not much that he needs to micro, but there are no bears on the field, so he cannot regen up his hero. But on the other side, there's still Moonwells. Not sure if he got the tier 3 upgrade yet. Yeah, Breath of Fire hitting hard once again. Heroes dropping fairly low. Regeneration scroll being popped from that shop. Panda has to be careful. No Staff of Preservation, you said it. Healing Scroll being popped. Demon Hunter using that big Invo Potion. Now the Naga has to be careful. Not sure if there's anything on her. Still an Invo Potion, Healing Potion on top of things. Archmage has to be careful now. 30 supply for Reprisal, losing his first hero, and remains with Priests and a few Riflemen. GG from Reprisal, and Moon equals this series.
Mana burn kill on the Demon Hunter, finishing this series. Moon equalize. We will have the grudge match for the way into the winner bracket final. Who's gonna meet Czech? Is it gonna be Moon? Is it gonna be Reprisal? We will see on map number 3. We don't really know what it is. So I think move of map number 1 was definitely Reprisal killing the Moonwells. Move of map number 2 is Reprisal losing his 4 priests to like nothing.
Yeah, the priest just, I don't know, suiciding the priest definitely hurts so much. It's also when they get caught out of position, there's nothing that you can micro anymore, since the Dryad just keep them in place, and then also the Panda on top of things, Breath of Fire, and even slowing them down. I don't see how they can retreat from that scenery, so at this point, the misplay was already done, and at this point, you already kinda lost the game. On the other side, by denying that shop access, maybe he could have pulled off a hero kill, but he didn't succeed. So I guess in the end it was a little bit of a mistake from Reprisal, of course, but also the execution from Moon that was flawless. So very, very well played by Moon.
Yeah. Let's see what map number 3 is they are hosting at the moment, and it is Echo Isles. I don't know how often I said this, but Night Elf vs. Human on this particular map, one of my favorites of all time. So, 1,000 viewers. Thank you very much, and that at 13:45 in the middle of the day. Would you like to comment on that? It's very nice. All right, thank you. Well, if you're just tuning in and haven't seen Warcraft in a few weeks, months, years maybe, the scene is still alive. If you want a community hub to participate in discussions and stuff, war3reddit.com is the place to go. If you want to play yourself, go to tft.war3arena.net to get the best client out there with almost zero ping. And of course, leave us a follow if you want. Most likely the best commentary out there in English for the scene at the moment because of lack of competition, I guess. So, it is map number 3. It is Moon versus Reprisal. It is the legendary map Echo Isles. And the human is spawning in the upper left, the Night Elf in the upper right. Reprisal versus Moon. It's for the winner bracket final. Who's facing Czech? We're gonna find out.
Hello, and we're going to see the all-deciding map here in that best of 3. And Moon against Reprisal so far, living up to the hype, going for the crazy plays, delivering what we expected, and we now see something even more crazy. We're gonna see a Blood Mage first against a Warden first.
Okay, you have to elaborate on this. What's better when? Who has to play like what?
I have absolutely no idea. I've never seen this in a competitive match that somebody is going Warden against, or a Blood Mage against Warden. I think he kind of expects him to go Warden so that he wants to counter it with the Blood Mage. I have heard from Hawk on WCA ground, he was actually telling me some stories that he's using Blood Mage first against Undead and just draining all the mana from the DK whenever he comes to the spot, and then later on goes for the main base and just use Flame Strike on the Acolytes. Maybe we could see something equal to that. Maybe he's going for the mana drain all along on that Warden and then using Flame Strike on the Entangled Gold Mine so that when the Wisp come out, they get burned.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to do.
So this is what I can imagine from what I know about the game, but beside that, I've never seen it in action, so I'm just making it up right now.
Just theory crafting. If you burn a lot of mana with Wisps, for example, of course it's costly, but if you keep the Blood Mage low, like from the get-go, don't you think that could backfire heavily?
No, that makes absolutely no sense to do that. And we see Banish first here. He's going for the expansion play maybe, or he's just creeping that spot. I'm not so sure. We have seen him creep that expansion like all over again. He did it on all the maps, and he never went for that expo. But this time, I think with a Blood Mage, you definitely have to follow it up with an expansion. So let's see what Reprisal decides to do. He is not level 2 yet, so the only skill that he got is Banish level 1 right now. With that Banish, he cannot do... I don't think that he can do anything with that banish. Even if he banishes that first hero or goes for the archer, I don't see it. But he wants to harass his opponent. Maybe the Blood Mage can pull it off. I don't want to question anything anymore. We have seen Alchemist today. We have seen crazier stuff and it worked. So I will just keep my opinion to myself.
Yeah, I think creeping is fairly easy with banish, obviously. Later on, you can banish bears if you want to get an edge in the big fights. But until then, I'd agree with you that he can't do that much with it. But on the other side, I don't think Flame Strike in an early stage would do that much as well.
Nice. You can actually cancel the mana drain just by using Shadow Melt. So he was expecting to be drained. So this is the reason why he Shadow Melted already. Because he wanted to dodge it. Because then it drains for a second and then it stops because you lose vision of him. It's kind of fun to see that already in play. He really needs to get Boots of Speed, or at least the Dust of Appearance. I guess expansion about to be finished, no Arcane Tower yet. Moon on the other side is not getting anything. I think you can easily counter that Blood Mage play with a lot of Huntresses early on and just Tower Rush him.
Well, he could go for no, he can't without Tiff and Mana, really.
How did he just buy the creeps without pulling them?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I have no explanation for that.
Some crazy Korean stats. Okay, of course he can save himself with that banish, because the first tick of Shadow Strike is physical, and if you banish yourself afterwards, you don't get hit that much. But yeah, Moon, did he steal all the mercs?
Yeah, he got all the mercs, and he
Wow.
also got Dispel against the banish, so he can just Dispel that Blood Mage, and he just takes all the damage in the world. Now another Shadow Strike adds up. The banish continues to hit him. The militias actually join the army there. He wants to deny that hero to the creeps, and I think he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Warren already level 3 against a Blood Mage level 1 with banish only.
Well, I think this kind of looks like GG already, because just of the mass mercenaries of Moon plus the leveling, obviously, he's going into an expansion of his own. Blood Mage's gonna be back in no time, but there's no tech for Reprisal. He's just getting that lumber mill for guard towers, but the expansion is up, so at least he has that.
Yeah, at least he got this going for him. The rest of the game is not looking sharp so far. Tier 2 take for Moon. He could easily finish that one with Ancient Protectors right now, but he doesn't have a Hunter's Hall, so he's not going for that. I really like to see some new stuff being implemented, especially by a guy who brought us the Blood Mage as a second hero. But so far, the Blood Mage as the first hero is not paying off at all. On the other side, we have Moon with all the right calls, getting all these mercenaries, getting the Dispel earlier on, so that the banish is kind of useless. We don't have a level 2 yet for the Blood Mage, which always hurts. And now another Shadow Strike. I think he even has to use the Town Pole to get out of there and get to the expansion to join his forces. If he loses that hero one more time, I don't see how he can overcome that warden anymore. I don't think that he can do anything at this point with that hero.
He's not even using that town portal, feeding the warden even more.
Yeah, but on the other side, I see if he town portals out, he's also stuck in one of his bases and he cannot do shit. So
True. It's just
let's look at the bright side of life. He got an expansion. He didn't tech yet. He got plenty of footmen. I'm not sure if he got defense as well.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
I'm still kind of curious how he pulled the creeps out without actually waking them up. And now the warden is just waiting for the Black Mage to come out of that altar. Look at this. This is disgusting.
And Reprisal didn't see it because it's nighttime and he's out of vision.
This is just
He's
disgusting.
walking right into the arms of the warden, Shadow Strike, and he thinks, oh my god, you're so annoying. And there is a wisp to dispel this, most likely.
Maybe at this point you should just stop using your hero. Maybe you
Just
should
playing
just let it
StarCraft?
die. Yeah, just play like StarCraft. Just go for tanks from now on.
Oh, he's saving that
sweet
one!
surround, but he's not caring at all. There's something like Blink that gets you out of these positions.
He's getting the hat trick, 3 kills in like, I don't know, 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is the time where you just put your feet on the table and play with one hand. Like, the game is already. It's already. I don't know. He's still on tier 1. If he's not teching at the expansion, he's on 58 supply.
What?
So there is something up his sleeve. But I can't see what it is. And he got all the mercenaries in the world from the other side of the map.
Okay.
And now he's calling all militias.
What the hell is going on here? Desperation move by Reprisal, trying to fight this without a hero against double hero, Warden and Panda. Getting that level 4 already, and he will just get wrecked.
Of course, but he's pulling it. Maybe the Blood Mage is finally back. Priest died. Muddy the Mud Golem died. Important ingredients in that play here, I guess. Yeah, and just with the mercenaries itself, and now he's even producing Huntresses, since he knows that Huntresses is the only unit that can keep everything alive. Protection Scroll being used. Is there a Healing Scroll? I don't know, but the Ogre Mauler, he didn't kill a single unit, so the Blood Mage is still not level 2.
Wow. That is such a demonstration of force by Moon. He's not going tier 3 yet, but the expansion's up. Reprisal trying to tower this one, but Moon already got the counter towers on. And here comes the Panda with Breath of Fire. And this is going to be easy to kill all the workers. 1 is down, 2 is down, third one down as well, fourth one. Oh my god, this is such a slaughter. This is a humiliation from Reprisal. Moon's just wrecking him, pouring him another a-hole or whatever.
Yeah, but this is what happens. We saw WCG final where Moon just got tower rushed by Tinker from TH.
Yeah.
And this was an amazing game. Everybody's like, dude, how sick is this? But seriously, if a strategy is not working, it looks like this.
Yeah.
It actually looks like this. If he pulled it off, he would be the craziest, best person on earth. But right now, he just looks like an idiot. This is what actually happens to you when your crazy strat's not working accordingly to plan.
Finally, the Blood Mage is on level 2. Will he get Flame Strike or not? No, Siphon Mana. Warden is kind of low, but of course there's always Blink. Now Banish on the Blood Mage with like 10 HP. Okay, it's 50. But he has to surround and he has to pull the Town Portal. And that push towards the expansion failed. But could he get some time for attack? No, he's still on tier 1.
Yeah, there's no transitioning out of that, I guess. It's almost level 5 against level 2. There are Huntresses in play. Not sure how the tech is proceeding for Moon. I think he just started the Ancient of Lores. Yeah. So maybe, but only maybe, he could go for another just all in. Get a healing scroll, get every single merc in the world, maybe even creep that mercenary camp real quick, just get the mercs, get the experience, maybe level 3, and then towers that expansion one more time.
Well, since he can't catch up in tech and army-wise, I think this might be the best solution, because right now Moon has invested a lot into his expansion, a lot into his tier 2 buildings, a lot into the tech, and that didn't really pay off yet. So this is the only time that Reprisal has left in this game to get back, I guess.
Yeah. I really don't know how this is going to unfold, but it's 46 against 61 supply. Just don't look at the hero levels, don't look at anything else. When it comes down to supply, he's definitely leading. Now Moon is buying the scrolls. He knows that when his opponent with the supply advantage even also get the scrolls on top of everything, that he might be in a bad spot. But the Panda now, which is good news for him, is finally level 3. And Breath of Fire and Fan of Knives together is kind of good against Footmen and Malicious, from what I've heard.
That is correct. The rumors are true. Nice addition from the chat here. Would you rather tower the main base now?
No. I would always tower the expansion.
Okay. Why?
Just cause the traveling distance to the expansion might be a little bit better for him. And right now we also see that he just had to go to that shop. And if you have to go to the shop and then up to the main base once again to get that creeping done as well as the scrolls, because he thought the scrolls are still there. But I think as soon as he gets hit by the Breath of Fire and one Fan of Knives, I think he might call GG.
True that. Here comes Breath of Fire. Where is Fan of Knives? Here we go. Nice double AoE combo. He's trying to heal up, trying to siphon the mana out of the heroes, but everything is low already. For Reprisal, Scroll Protection being used again. Level 5 on that Warden. And is he going for that Blink stuff? I don't think so.
Just imagine he had the scroll right now.
Yeah,
it would be
perfect.
so good. Moon denying that scroll, definitely key ingredient in winning that.
So the two hero skills just basically killed everything here. He's going ham with that Fan of Knives again, killing worker after worker. And since the ends are watching, he won't get that towers up or another Fan of Knives. And this is the slaughter continues. The genocide continues. And Reprisal desperate and lost this one. Moon versus Czech in the winner bracket final. And to stay alive, we will see yAwS versus Reprisal. So Knight of Mirror coming up, Human Mirror coming up.
What a game, guys. What a game. What a series, to be honest. But this was way too much. Like, Blood Mage first, not paying off. Could have been a great strategy if Moon is not denying everything. If Moon is not getting the mercenaries right away. I think the Blood Mage definitely got a place there. But you need the level 2. Without the level 2, without the mana drain, I don't think you can do all too much. I don't know how he wants to overcome that. But we have a Knight of Mirror and a Human Mirror, you said it. Moon against Czech. I'm not sure. Moon sometimes performing very well in Night of Mirrors, but then on WCA ground he also got annihilated by a few players. Check, very well in the first game. Maybe going to take it against Moon. Let's see.
We are about to find out. We're going into a small commercial break again, but we'll be back in a few minutes. So stay tuned, grab something to drink, go to war3reddit.com, check out the subreddit we have. Of course, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. The links are all here down on the stream, so you're about to find out. And here is Mr. Skies and